All right, it is Thursday night again, time for the weekly RTTY contest. Gotta pop a few windows open here. The contestcalendar.com site. Under 8-day calendar here. We go through this every week so you can see where it is. Weekly RTTY contest right there. And your instructions are right here. I'm going to put those there. We're going to close this other stuff we don't need. And open up FLDIGI. Alright, I know I gotta be at 33 here. I gotta go in and set up FLDIGI. I believe I changed some of my macros. I'm right clicking the button. I gotta change it to weekly RTTY test. Get rid of that. I was trying to make it repeat. I think I got it to repeat, but so we're gonna go CQ weekly RTTY contest. Apply. That's what the CQ. Here's the answer right here. The answer should be name and state. So I'm gonna send their call, then my name and my state. You gotta hit apply here. You just can't hit close or it won't save it. The final. $73, so close. So we got CQ, RTTY contest, my call. I might have changed this one too, I gotta say. From my call 2 times. So it'll say their call sign from my call sign 2 times. Apply. We gotta do a new logbook. And of course it's weekly RTTY 0731 for the UTC time. And we will save that. We'll get the radio in data upper sideband. Roofing filter. You see there is at 500. You got to set it to 3 kilohertz. Make sure the bandwidth is at 3000. Get a little volume. Where's the thing? There. I'm going to move this down just a little. And it's 1408. 83 right there. We want to be at 40 watts for the output. There's somebody sending already. We got about 6 minutes before the contest starts. Here are the frequencies. Again, I start on 20 and then I move to 40. KI5. Wait for a weekly ready contest. Control R. Pull up my meters to see how I'm doing. I need another signal browser over here somewhere. I believe this is on top. Yeah, that's on top. Alright, so let's get rid of all the stuff that's in the background here so we can only look at this. Alright, that's all we need on the screen here. I don't remember if I could minimize that or not. Yeah, it stopped as soon as I minimized it, so... Put it right there. Alright, let's send our little test message. SWR is low, ALC is low, because we're not sending. That's the problem we had before. Remember, you got to set the mode to RTTY 45 here. And I think they're all up on... They're starting here for some reason. Let me try to send that again. A little test message. Alright. We're at 40 watts. SWR is low. ALC is low. So we should be good to go. We got 3 minutes left. Here's something way up here, but that's not RTTY. That's some other signal. Alright. So in this weekly RTTY contest, the exchange is just your name and your state. I want to see where that signal is coming from. Alright, it's way over there. I had something open here. That weekly RTTY contest. Okay. We're gonna do like before. Try to hunt the first signal we see. After that, I'm going to start calling CQ. KMRFO. Don't see the number in there. KM4FO. There's another digital signal there, but it's not RTTY. I guess I could pull that over just a bit. Right there. Stick that over there. I can see if I hit the RBN network here, reverse beacon network. And also if I get spotted in Hamrs here. You know what? Let me reset both of those. Oh no, I don't want to do it right now. We'll leave it the way it is. And I was on that one and they moved. Alright, here we go. KM4FO. Click their name here, it goes here. Now I can use it with my macros. See if we get a response. Alright, he's responding to someone else. Alright, I'm going to send my call again for KM4FO. Alright, I'm assuming he can't hear me. Gonna move on to the next one. No response there. I'm gonna call CQ. I need to turn up something here. My monitor level. Let's go back and get this one. It's a strong signal. Alright, I gotta call CQ. I'm gonna call CQ a couple times. Tried hunting those two signals, but didn't get a response from them. I don't need that K at the end there. Alright, back to calling CQ. CQ weekly RTTY contest. Starting out like last week and not getting responses from my CQs right away. Alright, I do see my two spots down here. They're saying 70 dB on 1484. I hit the wrong thing. I want to hit CQ. Didn't get it in my ham alert, which means I need to reset that. Let me switch over here and reset it. I'm going to keep sending CQs. All right, hopefully I've reset my ham alerts there. All right, no responses. 5 minutes in. Gonna have to move around, I guess. All right, there's a strong signal. NQ3, that's the one that always has a bunch of contacts. There's a response. And this got jumbled up somehow. All right, I'm gonna start hunting because they're not answering my CQs. AA9L. I don't know if that was the end of a CQ though. I call CQ right there where he was listening. There's no space there. Darn it. No space between my call sign there. All right, it's kind of slow today. Just one contact so far. There's another signal out to the right there. I'll go look at it once I get through with this. Give them a few seconds to answer. Nothing heard. I'm not hearing anything. I'm hearing that signal, but I already got it. Let's go down to 40 meters. Let's go early to 40. 40 meters. All right. Oh. Just putting my double bars over those lines and trying to see if it'll decode. W4VP. He says again. All right, he's responding to AB9TA. Thank you. And he calls CQ again, so I sent my call sign. It's WV4P. There's a response. Ron in Tennessee. Here, another one, but I don't see it. There it is right there. Let's set up right there and call CQ. All right, I'm on 40 meters on 7083 calling CQ. There's my spot. It's at 26 dB. You see it right here at 26 dB. And I only log it in Hamrs the first time. These are from the RBN network. But K9, that's towards Alaska. The ZF station heard it. Right here, ZF1A. And I believe the 4s are out east of here. All right, no one's answering my CQ again. So I'm going to keep calling CQ. I've moved away a few times to try to hunt, but nobody's responding. And my signal's getting out pretty good. See this weak signal down here? DMF4O. That is DM4FO. He said thank you and called CQ. Says again. It says ATN, so I'm not decoding everything. It might be a weak signal. But we'll give it a try and see. Yeah, he's not responding. He's responding to KD0XD. So let's try this other signal that came up. Call sign was jumbled there, so I have to wait another round. Somebody just called QRZ, but I didn't see it decode here. Alright, again, trying to hunt and nothing happens. We'll call CQ. See if someone will respond here on 40 meters. Doing the weekly RTTY contest. It's just a 30-minute contest. The exchange is just your name and your state. All right, there's a different signal. Let me try that one. You just move this, the double bars here to match the signal here, and it'll try to decode it. All right, let's try this one. I am not having much luck today calling CQ. I'm going back to calling CQ. I moved to an open area here where I can transmit. And this is the time I normally switch over to 40 meters. I'm trying to alternate between those other signals so that if they're transmitting and they're not getting a response, they'll hear me transmitting and move over. But I've called CQ 5 times with no answer here. And I've been spotted again at 23 dB, strong signal. AA4CS is responding. Dell in Tennessee. So I will log that and call CQ. I think I get Dell in Tennessee every time I do this. There's no guarantee anyone's gonna answer your CQ, but the only way to find out is to send out a CQ. I've got a bunch of other signals that I'm hearing. And the signal browser over here is halfway full, looks like. And I'm giving them time to respond. We might be lucky to get 5 contacts tonight. Not getting a lot of responses. I'm still getting spots here, 14 and 12. I'm going to hunt that stronger signal that's out to the right there. WV4P, I've already got you on 40 meters. I'm going to move down to this one and see if I can get it. It's not decoding the whole call sign, AB4SF it says. Try this KM4FO again. I think I tried him on 20 meters first and didn't get him. I think he was responding to me, but it didn't come through. So I'm sending again. Yeah, I think this is KI5 Whiskey Whiskey Tango, but it's getting garbled. Probably because the signal is getting weak. Let me send my call to him one more time. See how it's jumbled there? The signal's apparently getting weaker. It's not even putting out the complete call sign. But if I give it a second, it might clear up and come back. Alright, let me move up the band just a little. There's some more signals. NA5M. Alright, no response from NA5M. Oh, there's a response. FANK in Texas, it says. I believe that's Frank in Texas. And there's the KI5 Whiskey Whiskey Tango. Thank you. It's jumbled. So we want to save that. Find another signal. It's kind of loud in my ear. Alright, that's not decoding all the way. So I'm going to move right there and call CQ. Again, this is the spot page from some of the Texas stations that are hearing signals, and then at the top is my my Hamrs alert, but it's the text version. Gonna call CQ a few times, see if I get picked up. See, there's another spot coming through, 20 dB. It's a strong signal, just apparently no one's hearing it. I just wait till the bar gets down to the bottom here, and then I call CQ again. Alright, let's try W4VP. Did I get W4VP? Oh, that's Frank responding to W4VP. Yeah, that's N85M. I've already talked to you, sir. Let's move up some. This is kind of high, but there's a signal there. We'll see if we can get it. We got 5 minutes left. Try that one. That's still Frank. That's the signal that's down below. Alright, we are on 83.6. There's a strong signal there. AA4CS, already got you. I don't know if that's the whole call, WA3ZSI, it looks like. Yeah, that call is jumbled up too. We'll give it one more time. Here's a CQ and you see it's jumbled up. It's a rough night. Can't get anyone to answer. I'll call CQ for the remaining 3 minutes. I must have got right on the same signal he was on already, so I'll move over. When I click the name there, it turns red, which means I've already made a contact on this band. But we're going to call CQ a few times. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Maybe at the bottom of the list today. What do I have? 3 contacts? I got 4, so that's good. We got 4 contacts in this. Maybe 5. K4HWS responded. It's Howard in Tennessee. And log it. Call CQ again. See if anyone else wants to play. In the 1 minute that we have left. KI60Y. Let's see if KI6OY is trying to come in. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, see a KI5, then it gets jumbled up. Oh, it says Lee in California. Okay. Technically, it's still 9:15. All right, that'll be my last one. See if someone responds. Or I might try this one out here. 9:16 now. You can't log anything after that. So what we do here? Six contacts. Let's go 1 on 20. Let's go 5 on 40. And none of them were the same, so that'll be 5 for my multiplier. Good old K6EGG just went live.
I'm on FTA.
Turn that volume down until I get done here. All right, we gotta log these first. So I already had a tab open for that. Weekly RTTY test. There. No, there. You put your summary. Well, I normally do it to QRZ first. Let's do it that way since that's the way I've been doing it. I'm gonna upload these logs or this log to QRZ.com. Open up my logbook, get the chat out the way. I'm gonna go to move the chat completely out of the way. I'm gonna go to import a log file from ADI. It says you have to choose the file. Why is it in the wrong place now? So you have to go home J Beasley, and it's under .FLRIG here. No, FLDIGI. Logs, then set this to all files and look for that weekly RTTY. Weekly RTTY 0730. Which I don't see. Wonder if I typed it wrong or something. Weekly. Oh, I called it 21 for some reason. All right, look for weekly RTTY 0721. I don't know why I named it that, but that's what it is. Right there. And you hit continue and list. And there are those RTTY contacts that I just made. 1 on 20 and 5 on 40. You can post a log summary if you choose. Look for your contest over here on the left. I gotta turn that thing off. That. You're looking for the contest on the left here, which is weekly RTTY. July the 31st, because they're using UTC time. 5 Whiskey Tango at .org. Put in my call sign. Skip those two. Single op, low power. Don't check those. Operating time, half an hour. UTH, Texas. No clubs. 1 on 20. And 5 on 40. Giving you a total of 6. And you had 6 unique calls. Makes your score 36. Submit your score, and if you want to see if anyone else has submitted their score, you go to contest summaries here, all the way down at the bottom, weekly RTTY test. We want the scores for today's contest, which is here. There I am at the bottom again, 6 contacts. And there again is N3QE's got 44 contacts. So the signal was going out pretty good on 40 meters. I wasn't hearing too much on 20 meters, but I did make my 6 contacts there. So let me see what else I got here. I'm going to close. Well, I'm going to correct that file name first. I believe it was in FLDIGI. Well, did I close it? Yeah. No, close FLDIGI. And I'm going to go in and change the name of that log file. Still hearing stuff for some reason. It was weekly something. Weekly RTTY 0721. I don't see it again. Where the heck did I put it then? Alright, I gotta open FLDIGI again to find out where that log file is. Logbook view. It's in FLDIGI logs. I'll look for it one more time if I don't see it. There it is right there, 0721. Oh, 0721. So I want to rename that 31. Don't know why I put 21. So let's save that. And we're done with that. Now I haven't been home long, so I don't know how the bands are doing. I want to look at what's it called? I want to look at Hamrs and see if there are any pota spots. Make a few quick contacts. There's the VK station spotted. Not hearing that VK on 40 meters though. So another one on 20 meters. Not hearing that. Two VK stations, but I can't hear them. Nothing there. Really looking for CW right now. The sideband's been hit and miss on for everything for me. But I'll scan it just to see. $277, $74. Let's make sure we're on upper sideband. And we got the right bandwidth. There we go. Not hearing it, but I see a strong signal over here.
Get out of the rat race. Never been to Mississippi, been to other parts of the country, south and out west and midwest and so on. Grew up in Michigan.
Good old rag chew
Let me tell you,
on 256. Some weak CW on 14044. Alright, not hearing anything from pota. There's an A5G on 160 meters. And strangely, I don't have any CW spots on here. Alright, let's see what the bands are doing. I'm going to send out a CW here. Just to see if I'm being heard. Power's at 40. I'm looking right here. I don't see any CW spots coming through. Well, not a lot. That's not a good sign. So we're on 140277. We've been listening. I think this other camera works. Let's give it a try. We got another POTA key. It's the black version of that same key that I already have. I want to be on upper sideband. Since I've already been listening, I can send out a QRL. It said hi SWR because I gotta change this back. Change the auto tuner back. Send another QRL. And no response. Let me send out a few CQs and see if I get picked up by the reverse beacon network. Turn that down some. Oh, I got spotted already. Alright, I got a 23 dB spot from a 6 call sign, so that's out west. I'm getting good reports from the reverse beacon network when I was doing RTTY and now when I'm doing CW, but I'm not hearing a lot on the band. And I'm not seeing a lot of spots come through here. There's one more place I can check. I believe it's reverse beacon. Now these are just my spots here. So you see those RTTY spots and you see my CW spot. But if I take out my call sign, I want to see all spots, but I'm going to just limit it to 20 meters. And these are the spots that are being picked up by some of the other stations out there. See, in Italy, they didn't hear the K in my call sign, so it says I-5 Whiskey Whiskey Tango. Well, that's in Canada, heard it, but they think it's a Italy call sign because they didn't get the K. But you see on 14028, there's a station being spotted on 14028, but I'm not hearing it. There's one on 14040. Not hearing that one. Well, there it is. Looks like W1AW/0. I don't like the /0 at the end. Let's see if they'll come back. That is W1AW/0. Now, from time to time, I've noticed this station will have problems and not log anything. I think that's what it's doing right now because I'm hearing other stations. It was a strong signal, now it's gone. Alright, so that looks like about all I can do for RTTY and CW. I might be able to get this. It looks like the signal's coming back. I'm going to give it a try. This is W1AW/0. There's a response. Signal report in the state. You can log that one. Alright, let's see if there's any more in here that I can hear. I think that's too dark. The other one was too bright. You couldn't see the wording on it. Now this one is too dark. This is just one of the other ways I find contacts. I look at the reverse beacon network. The only difference is in this window, I'm saying I only want to hear stuff that's being heard in Texas. This window is saying anything that's being heard anywhere. Like this 14045.5. Which I can't hear. There's N3QE was just in the RTTY contest. But I believe there is another contest right after this one. We may have to go back to it. W. So here's the weekly RTTY contest. There's an NCC sprint right after this. So that starts at 2:30. So that's, well, that should be right about now. It's going on right now. CW only, the NCCC sprint. But that's all I'm going to do for the weekly RTTY test and a little other stuff. I'm not getting spots over here, although there's an R8MC on 17 meters. 17 meters is L9 over here, but I'm not hearing that one. I'm pretty sure R8MC is somewhere else. Look it up on QRZ. No, I wanted R8MC. Yeah, that's in Russia. But I'm not hearing it. So, 73 guys, thank you very much for watching. I only got 6, but I tried. That's the whole point. You got to try to make the contacts. 73, and see you next week.